Well, the ACE Basin is a partnership of nonprofits, state and federal agencies, and private landowners. And when we started, we had the goal of protecting 90,000 acres of land here. And I think that was sort of a very lofty goal that we all worried if we'd ever achieve. But the concept worked, and it works exceptionally well. And it works because the group is a team, and we're working on a collective goal. Currently, we've protected about 305,000 acres with a new goal of protecting 400,000 acres. I get asked the question all the time, why do we have to conserve these places? Well, the basic answer is we all are here because of the natural world. And if it disintegrates, the future for humans is pretty bleak. And Ducks Unlimited is here because they have a niche. They're interested in wetlands and the birds that use these wetlands. They're also interested in the people that love these birds. And there's so many factors about our survival as the human race and the Earth's survival. And so, it's a race to save not just wildlife, but people too.
So the Donnelly family really helped lead the way and serve as a catalyst for conservation here in the ACE Basin. In the very early 90s, when conservation easements were a new thing in this neighborhood, they took a step forward and said, hey, we want to protect our thousands of acres of property and make sure that it stays pretty much the same for the next 1,000 years. They kind of served as a catalyst and a leader in conservation and stepping forward on their own property to protect it. And then through the Donnelly Foundation, they really serve as a major reason that a lot of our partners collaborate. They bring all the different NGOs that work on a variety of issues together to brainstorm how we can really chart the future of conservation here in the Lowcountry.
Well, the ACE Basin the credit for the foundation of the ACE Basin goes to Gaylord Donnelly. And so we came up with this 90,000 acre goal. They were satisfied that was a big and lofty goal. And he really acted as an advisor. And of course, this is where my heart is. This is where I grew up. This is an area that I would have just been heartbroken if it had been developed. And it's after this 31 years, I still get as excited every day about saving land as I did the first day.
So I'm David Farron. I'm the Executive Director of the Gaylord and Dorothy Donnelly Foundation. The primary goals of the foundation relate to the mission areas, and so the funds are limited, and so we look to ways to leverage those dollars in the 3 mission areas of conservation, arts, and museum and library collections.
The Lowcountry people that own these properties, they've been in their families for a lot more years, and they love them, and they are very interested in it.
Here in the Lowcountry, there are several threats that really impact habitat on the ground down here in the ACE Basin. Obviously, development pressures stemming from Charleston and then coming up the coast from Hilton Head and Beaufort. Fortunately, a lot of partners and private landowners had the forward-thinking mindset to, hey, we need to protect this special place and make sure that it stays just like it is forever.
Being in places of great natural beauty and abundant wildlife and biodiversity has always been a really important thing to me. I reside in the feeling of how important it is to preserve these places because they're incredible and they're irreplaceable. I personally have derived so much meaning in my life from them in a way that can't really be quantified.
Well, you ask about the future. We're in a foot race here to stay one step ahead of development. The coastal counties of South Carolina are some of the fastest developing areas in the country. And of course, everybody wants to be on the water. But, I think we are staying one step ahead. And one of the reasons is the support of entities like the Donnelly Foundation.
People are interested in protecting our environment and our animals and our forest. We have endangered species now. We have RCWs, we have wood stalks, we have any number of things, and we all work together to support it.
So there are lots of ways that the foundation, Ducks Unlimited, and really anybody can be involved in being an advocate for conservation, because if we don't prioritize conservation, we're going to lose it all.
Conservation isn't feasible solely by one organization. Really, the foundation of what we all do lies in partnerships. DU is able to deliver 200,000 acres of conservation in the state of South Carolina due to our ability to build partnerships and work with state and federal agencies and other NGOs. And so working together is critical, whether one group takes complete ownership or credit for a project really doesn't matter, because we're all in it together for the ultimate long-term goal of land conservation.